How Parkinson's Law has changed my life in a huge way. And I guarantee you that if you implement these strategies, it'll also change your life in a huge way as well. So let's get into it and discuss all the details. Now, first off, we need to understand what is Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law simply states that work will expand to fulfill the allotted time for its completion. I know, that sounds confusing, so let me explain. Let's just say that somebody works from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. They're in the office for 8 hours per day. Let's just say when they arrive in their office at 9 a.m., they have a list of different tasks that they plan to complete on that day during that 8 hours. Guess what? How long do you think it's going to take that person to complete that list of tasks? I can bet you it's going to take them 8 hours. However, that is Parkinson's Law right there in full effect. However, now let me give you a quick example and we can clearly see how this whole thing will change, and you're going to see from your own personal examples, this is probably something that you've experienced yourself. And then again, in just a minute here, I'm going to give you my own personal example of how this has changed my life in a huge way and how I literally implement this every single day. So I'll give you those examples here in just a second. But let's use this person in the office for just a minute here. Let's just say that they arrive in their office at 9 a.m. just like they always do. They have their list of tasks and they start working on them. And subconsciously, they probably know it's going to take them all day to get through this list. However, let's just say that at 10:30 a.m., they get a phone call. It's an urgent phone call, and the person on the other end says, you need to leave the office by 1 p.m. I need you out of the office by 1 p.m., and I need you home. Guess what? What is that person going to do? Are they going to take their list of tasks and say, oh no, I can't get this done? Or are they going to hunker down and are they going to get all of that done by 1 p.m. when they need to be out of the office? I'd be willing to bet you in most cases that person will get that entire list completed by 1 p.m. when they need to leave the office. Let me ask you this. How many times have you implemented this in your own life where something has happened or something has come up and you thought, wow, I only have 30 minutes. I only have 1 day. I need to get this task done this week, right? Let's use a quick example. How many of us have done this in school, right? School, college, K through 12, whatever it happens to be. It's the night before something is due and you're thinking, uh-oh, I have class tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. I gotta be there and this thing needs to be done. Meanwhile, it's 11 p.m. the night before. How many times do you get it done when you haven't even touched it for all the weeks leading up to that? I mean, let's be real. I know that I'm guilty of that. You know what I mean? And I know that a lot of people are probably in the same situation. So this is Parkinson's Law in full effect right here. Now, let me give you a quick personal example of exactly how I implement this and how I've been using this for the last couple of years here and how it has literally changed my life night and day. And when I don't implement this, I see it and then I think, I didn't implement this. Why didn't I do this? Let me give you a quick example. So here I am, obviously, in my little studio room, right? So this little room that I have set up here where I record these videos. I do this almost every single day. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't do this every day because sometimes I just honestly forget about it. But this is something that I've implemented for the last couple years here, most days. And it has given me so much more time in my life. And let me throw this out there really quickly for just a second. What is the most valuable asset that all of us have? It's our time, okay? Our time. We cannot get our time back. Let me give you a quick example about this really fast here, and then I'm going to get on to and share with you my personal example about this. Let's just say that you have in one hand a $100 bill, and in the other hand, you have 100 seconds. Or let's just say 100 minutes. Let's just say 100 minutes instead, okay? So one hand, you're holding a $100 bill, and in the other hand, you're holding 100 minutes. What is more valuable, the $100 or the 100 minutes? Hands down, I would say every single time it's the 100 minutes. The $100, you can do whatever you want with it. You could save it, you could spend it, whatever you want. But here's the thing. You can get that back, okay? You can get $100 back. You can do whatever you need to get it back. You can provide services. You can sell something. You can ultimately get that $100 back. Once you spend the 100 minutes, can you get it back? Unfortunately, you can't. It's gone. You know what I mean? So that is the difference there. What is more valuable? In my honest opinion, time is way more valuable than money because I know if I spend $100, yeah, it's sad. It's too bad. It's gone. But guess what? It's gone temporarily. I can get it back. I know that I can go wash 4 cars. I can go walk a couple dogs. I can do whatever I need to get that $100 back if I need to. But my time, when I spend 100 minutes, it's gone. I cannot get that time back, right? Unless they freeze me in a block of ice, I don't think I'm getting 100 minutes back, okay? You know what I mean? I don't think that's coming back. So my point is, this is by far our most valuable asset, time, right? But again, some people value money more, and that's okay. No problem at all. That is my personal and my honest opinion on time versus money. You see where I stand on that. All right, now let me give you a quick example of how I implement Parkinson's law into my life literally every single day, or at least I try most days of the week. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a length of time now, I film and I release 3 videos every single day. In fact, for about a year and a half, I was doing 4 videos a day for about a year and a half straight, 7 days a week, 365, every single day. Well, as of about, I don't know, quite a few months ago now, I toned it back to 3 videos a day. So again, I'm still doing 3 videos a day, 7 days per week. So my schedule is honestly pretty busy. I have to do a lot of research. I need to prep. I need to rehearse. I need to do all this stuff. And then I need to sit here and film the video. So when I walk into this little studio room every single day, when I sit down right here, I look at my clock. For example, let's just say that it's 8 a.m. Generally, I get to this desk by about 7 a.m. every single day. Let's just say that it's 8 a.m. though. I look at my clock, I pull out my phone, here's my phone sitting right here, got it sitting here, I look at my clock and say, okay, it's 8 a.m. right now, got it. I'm gonna allocate 30 minutes to get this video done, okay? Now, the reason that I do this is because here's what I found. Prior to implementing the Parkinson's law into my life, I knew I would come in here and I would sit down and I'd just hack away at it. This is my video for today, and here 40 takes later, I'm still sitting here trying to hack out one video. And I thought, this is nuts. An hour and a half later, 2 hours later, I'm sitting here, all of these takes later, trying to make a video. Seriously. You wouldn't believe it. This is surprising to some people. When I tell them that I make these videos and stuff like this, they're like, you must just sit down and be done with the video in no time at all. That is so not true, okay? This video alone, I think this is take number 4 or 5 that I'm on right now, okay? It's rare that I do a video in a single take. That's very, very rare. I would say most videos take me anywhere between about 3 and 6 takes each, okay? There's been times here I've literally sat here for 20, 30, 40, 50 plus takes on a single video. True story. It's very frustrating sometimes, okay? It is not uncommon for me to take 10, 15, 20 takes on a single video. But my point is, those are the ones that I do not implement Parkinson's law. Because when I sit down on this chair, if I don't look at my time, then I say, my wife is gone. I have all the time in the world. She's going to be gone she's going to be gone for 3 hours. Man, I have all day. I can sit here as long as I want and make videos. Guess what? It takes me almost the entire time to make one video. It's nuts. However, here's what I do. When I pull out my phone and I look at it and think, okay, it's 8 a.m. right now, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes to sit down in this chair, to do the necessary research, to basically brush up on the research. I do all the research outside of this room, but basically what I mean to do is to brush up on all the research that I've done, to rehearse. By the way, I rehearse every single video before I start filming, like multiple times. I sit here and rehearse, time and time again. And then finally I push record, okay? So this is just giving you a little glimpse into what I do when I make these videos. But I basically give myself 30 minutes. Believe it or not, guess how many times that I have the video done within 30 minutes? I'd say probably 85 to 90% of the time, I have that video completely done within 30 minutes that I've allotted. Now, every time, it doesn't happen every single time. Sometimes I struggle, the words don't come out right, maybe I'm halfway through the video and I blow it and I have to start over, something like that, right? That happens sometimes, but I would say it is very infrequent when I put a time allowance on it. So my point is, when I implement Parkinson's law, as in I give myself a window, I've got 30 minutes, I have to be out of this room in 30 minutes, okay? When I implement that, it is very, very common. 85 to 90% of the time, I get it done and I'm walking out that door within 30 minutes after I sit down right here. But when I do not implement Parkinson's law, if I do not look at my clock and I just say, I got all the time in the world, I can do whatever I want here. Guess what? It takes me forever to get a video done because I don't put a time allowance on it. So again, Parkinson's law, the definition again is basically work expanding to fulfill the time allotment for its completion. So if I don't have a time allotment for its completion, the time allotment is literally forever, as much time as I sit here and try to get something done. But when I simply wrap those parameters around it, I've got 30 minutes and I got to be out of the office, right? Just like the example that I gave you earlier, the 9 to 5 person, they arrive in their office at 9 a.m. and they plan on sitting there grinding away for 8 hours, completing a task that they know could get done in just a couple hours alone. Then they get the phone call saying, you got to be out of the office by 1 p.m. Guess what? They get it done, right? The school example, the project example. How many times have all of us done something like that? Let me give you another example. Holidays, right? How many of you have hosted somebody for a holiday? Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your children, your kids, your friends, family members, whoever it happens to be. Let's just say that you're prepping for a holiday, right? You're waiting for the people to come in, and all of a sudden you look at the clock. Everybody's supposed to be there at 11 a.m. to eat at noon, right? You look at the clock. It's 10:30. Uh-oh, I haven't set anything up yet. What am I going to do? Guess what? You've been awake since 7 a.m. You've had all the time in the world to get it done, and all of a sudden you got 30 minutes, and guess what? You magically pull it off. How many times have you done that in your life? We all have done this. My point is, long story short, if you ever want to get into anything and you want to get something done and you want to make sure that that thing is done, in a time-efficient manner, wrap some parameters around it. That's all you got to do. Literally say, before you start a task, say, I'm going to allot 30 minutes to this task. Let's see if I can do it, okay? So I do that. I've been implementing this for a couple years now. Now, again, I try to do it almost every single time. Sometimes I honestly just forget about it and I just don't do it. And then I sit here and see myself, oh man, I've been sitting here for an hour and a half trying to get this video done, or I've been trying to do this one thing for all this time. If I just would have wrapped parameters around it, I would have been done a long time ago. So try it, seriously. Totally free to try. It's not like you have to do anything for this. It's literally just wrapping some parameters around it. Rather than giving yourself, say, 3 hours to complete a task, give yourself an hour, 45 minutes, and see if you can do it. You'll be shocked. If you implement this, you'll be surprised to say, wow, that was crazy. I can't believe I just did that. What do I typically do with the other 2.5 hours that I usually allot myself for this, So anyway, try it sometime. Let me know your comments down below. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be washing the dishes. It could be cleaning the house, cleaning the apartment. It could be walking the dog or, something like that. Generally, I like to implement this for something that I, don't necessarily love doing that much, right? Don't get me wrong. I love making these videos. I really do. But I've just known from myself that if I don't wrap parameters around it, I'm going to sit here and it's going to take me forever to get a single video done. That's why I do it. But maybe you enjoy walking your dog. That's awesome. If you do, then by all means, spend all the time you want walking your dog. But generally, when I implement this, I implement it into things that I don't necessarily enjoy doing. Washing dishes. Hopefully my wife is not watching this because seriously, washing dishes in my head the whole time I'm thinking, oh my, wash faster. Seriously, I got 20 minutes to get this done. There's a whole pile of dishes. Let's move faster here, guys. You know what I mean? So I'm seriously working fast. I'm working efficiently. I'm focused. And that's all I try to do is just burn through those dishes because honestly, I feel like washing dishes is like the biggest waste of time in the world. But that's my honest opinion. Anyway, hopefully my wife doesn't watch that part. But just being real with you, that's how I feel about washing dishes. Anyway, try it sometime. Parkinson's law, super easy concept here. But seriously, if you implement this, you'll see it'll change your life. You'll have so much more time because you'll realize, wait, I'm not spending all this time in the world doing all these things that, we're probably just wasting time in the first place. You're focused in, you're honed in on the goal, and that's it, right? Anyway, try it sometime. I would love to hear your comments down below. If you're interested in sharing, try it sometime today. Whatever it happens to be, find a task. There's all these different tasks that all of us, engage in every single day. I'm sure you can find something. If you want to, by all means, I'd love to see your comments down below. If not, totally fine too, but keep it in the back of your mind. At some point, this will serve you, and I know for a fact, for me, it has changed my life in a huge, huge way. I feel like I have so much more time to do the things that are necessary, like a lot of research, prepping for these videos, spending time with the family, things like that. Very important stuff. So anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and hope this one helps you. I'll catch you again later in the next video. Take care.